Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. Hi again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, as we get set for our matchup tonight, we saw the quarterback comparison at the outset. We get to watch a couple of good ones here, don't we?
And it's a dramatic scene, isn't it? Whenever you get a night game, things are just a little bit more heightened with a little bit more spotlight, and we get to see two good guys go at it here.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. And here are the starters. Charles, what are your thoughts on Jeremy Hill?
He provides a thump in this offense. A great runner who goes inside and establishes a tone for his team.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Josh Norman was not a first-round pick when he entered the NFL, but he always thought he should be. Never lacked for confidence, and now he plays at a Pro Bowl level.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch 32, watch 32.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Dalton with a give to Hill. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3. For Jeremy Hill with the season in the rearview mirror, finished just below 1,000 yards. I think 18th in the league in rushing. And his 2 100-yard games both came against Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, if he could play Cleveland each and every week, he would have been well over 1,000 yards. So the thing about Jeremy Hill in the Cincinnati Bengals offense, you think of them as a run-first team. So to me, his 889 yards, disappointing, because I would have thought that would be a higher number and an increased production from him. He's looking to do that in 2017.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw here, Dalton on the screen, Bernard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, Dalton over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second down, Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Throwing, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking of using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
Here we go. 3-19.
A give. This is Kelly. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Brandon LaFowl, the intended receiver. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, three that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They could make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. First and 10 for Dalton. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing, Dalton, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think in a lot of ways, Tyler Eifert is happy to wave bye-bye to 2016 because of the injury issues. Got hurt in the Pro Bowl, missed the first 6 games of the season, and then couldn't finish the year with another back injury.
Yeah, and the one that hurt, that Pro Bowl injury, supposed to be such an award for the great year he had a season ago and just never really got things going this year, did he?
Such a difficult matchup, especially in the red zone. Look for a big bounce back in 2017.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So the offense has it 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and mini camps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Redskins and the Bengals are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Bengals take over late in the second. Smith's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to our nation's capital as we rejoin Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right, and it's where defensive coordinators have to walk that line of preparing for the adjustments you expect to come, but not taking away the aggressiveness you've already shown. And they've played so well, I think that's the speech. You nailed it. Just go out and do what you've been doing, and we'll adjust if we see anything different later.
To this point, they've been spectacular. Cousins on first down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there's no way he was getting away on that one.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So second down, 3 yards to go now. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run the option left. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Holding. Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Second down, Dalton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. Backing up. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Dalton, 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Play fake. Here's Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Now a play fake here on first down. Deep drop. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Redskins.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
First down. Here's Cousins. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go with 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be... The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Now let's go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terrell Pryor, 56 yards. And now the Redskins, if they hit the PAT, they will have the lead.
Well, I don't want to overlook the touchdown because that was huge. That ties the game. But you know where I'm going, don't you?
Need the PAT, and then you need to stop on defense.
Yeah, in a big way. The guy kicking the ball through the post, that's where all the spotlight shifts to now.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. And now they're in the hurry-up. So now Dalton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Snap count through the defense off. 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Still 2nd down.
So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.